Hello, dear ones. Father Peter John coming to you from the Bell Tower at All Saints Orthodox Church in Bloomington, Indiana. Christ is in our midst. Today's gospel, we hear about the rich young ruler who comes to Christ to test him. And he wants to know, what must I do to inherit eternal life? Jesus gives him a list of the commandments, and the man says, well, I've done all of these things from my youth. But then Jesus kind of throws down the gauntlet on him. He says, there is still one thing that you lack. And I can only imagine what this man is thinking at this point. What is it? What does he know that I don't know? And Jesus says, sell all that you have, give it to the poor, and come follow me. And the man is very sad at this point because he's rich. He's extremely rich. And Jesus then at that point looks to the crowd there and says, it's very difficult for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And those who are there say, who then can be saved? And Jesus says, what is impossible with men is possible with God. That's the gospel that we read today. And then the epistle we hear from St. Paul in his letter to the Ephesians, chapter 4. He tells us, he charges us, he actually begs us. He uses the word beg. He says, I beg you to live a life that is worthy of the calling of your calling as Christians, right? That there is this expectation that comes with the gift that was given to us, that we will live worthy lives. And he lists off a number of things, including humility, meekness, and patience. Humility comes from the root word humus, dirt, earth. We're made from the dust of the earth by our God. He formed and fashioned us. We're supposed to remember to be humble, remember our relationship with God, that He's God, that we are not. Number two, with meekness. What does meekness mean? It's just not a word that we use a whole lot, right, in our society. Meekness means to be gentle, to be quiet, and to be submissive. So it's expected that we are dwelling with one another in humility, in meekness, and he also says in patience. We have to be patient with one another. Our patience is being tried right now. It has been tried for the last 10 months or so. 9 months, I think. I don't know how long it's been. But anyway, our patience has been tried. It's being tried. It will be tried. We're being given opportunities to grow in our relationship with Christ through exercising patience. So perhaps the one thing that you lack, or that I lack, is found on this short list of qualities that St. Paul charges us to have. Whatever it is that we lack, let us be willing to give up anything and everything for the sake of Christ and the gospel, our relationship with Him, our communion with Him, and our love for Him and for our neighbors. Christ is in our midst. He is and ever shall be.